So I'm going to do a quick review on this weed killer by Spectracide Weed Stop for lawns. We'll see how it does. I've got St Augustine grass. I've got several different weed types in the yard. We'll see how it works. It says it's got visible results within 3 hours. It also recommends that you don't apply this when temperatures are below 45 degrees and above 90 degrees. Right now the air temperature is about 60 degrees, roughly 60, I'd say 62 degrees. And it also says do not apply to drought-stressed grass. My irrigation system's been working, and it actually watered the grass this morning. And I did not cut the grass within the past 3 days. I actually cut it last week. So wintertime here, it's January. It doesn't grow as fast, but everything seems to be pretty good from what is required here. I'm going to use a pump sprayer. You'll see that in a minute. And I'll show you the weeds, and we'll keep the progress, show you how the progress is on this. This is the pump sprayer I'm going to use. Obviously used it for multiple projects, but just cleaned it out. It works, operational, so we'll fill this up. And it does, this Spectracide is a refill, as you can see there. The Spectracide has an automatic or battery operated pump on one of their containers, but I'm going to use this pump sprayer just the same. All right, so here's an example of some of the weeds we're going to try to get rid of. This is clover, I guess. Not sure what type it is, but this stuff is starting to run rampant through my yard. This particular patch happens to be out in the sun. There are some others that I'll show you that are in shade, mostly shade. So I'll test both of those and show you how this product does on both of them. Hopefully it does well what it's supposed to. I do have some other types of weeds. I'll show you some of those as well. I've got the pump sprayer ready to go. Just going to hit this a little bit. That's it. There's another little patch of it here. Okay, we'll see how that does. We'll come back in about 3 hours, and then tomorrow and a couple days later and see how it looks. Here's some clover that's got probably 50% shade. The afternoon the sun gets it, but just want to make sure we come back to the same patch. I just sprayed that. All right, here's a section underneath the tree that gets pretty much nothing but shade. The grass is very light here, but it does grow. Here's a lot of this clover. I'm going to hit this and see how it does. So I've got this weed here too. It's a little different than the clover. I don't know what this is called, but we'll see how it does on this weed as well. All right, here's a different kind. This one's got this strong root system down on the bottom, but we'll see how this does. Now here's the patch that has full sun. Full sun. This one has definitely gotten some damage to it. You can see the leaves wilting and brown on some areas. This section here got hit pretty good. Again, 24 hours later. And this is the section that I have of the clover that has partial shade. Same thing, looks very similar. Here's the clover that's primarily in the shade. Doesn't look like it's had too much effect. Some brown on a couple of the leaves, but Some of them don't even look affected at all. This is the weed that it looks similar to clover. I don't know what it is, but it's got some very small spots of brown on there, as you can see, but doesn't look like it's affected much at all. It's 24 hours later. So here's this weed that's on this gravel driveway I've got. 24 hours later, doesn't look like it's really done much to it at all. So here we are, a little bit more than 72 hours later. This is what we got now on this clover. It's looking like it's put a hurting on this. Hopefully it'll die out completely. The grass around it seems to be fine. Here's some more of it that I sprayed. This is the section that was exposed to sunlight, a large amount of sunlight. Here's the section that was exposed, more partial sun, partial shade. 72 hours later. So interestingly enough, here's the full shade section. It is didn't do anything. Didn't seem to impact this section at all. Very little damage here, but still going. Here's the other section of weed that looks like clover, but I don't think it is. But again, a lot of brown, but it doesn't seem to be dead. It's pretty strong. Then we got this guy here. Not as green, but doesn't look like it's dead to me. So here's the final outcome. It's been a little over a week, and you can see that a lot of the clovers die here, but some of the original one here, but some has grown back up. It didn't kill the clover at the root. It almost seems to kill just the ones that were at the surface. This is the one that's in full sun. Here's the one that's in partial shade. Okay, my cat wanted to make a debut. Here's the partial shade, and again, it looks like it almost survived. It's definitely not doing well, but it's been a little more than a week. It should be dead. Here's the one in full shade that, I mean, doesn't seem like it impacted this one much at all. Here's that other weed. Yeah, I mean, it looks the same. Like, it's just slightly damaged, but it's survived. Here's this one. Again, a week later, a little more than a week later, and it's still here. Again, some damage around the edges, but I mean, that's still that root. I didn't even get the root, but still alive. So I don't know if I did anything wrong. Maybe I didn't put enough on for fear of damaging the lawn around it, but my experience so far is that it didn't do a very good job. It hurt it, it slowed its growth, but it didn't kill it, and it definitely didn't kill it down to the root. So hope this review helps. Maybe anybody who's got a different experience, you saw what I was doing when I sprayed it on, you can give me some advice. I'd greatly appreciate it. Leave your comments below. Thanks for watching.